Okay, in this moment I will present you the manifesto project and the first workup from Professor Francesco Schianchi that proposed us 92 theses. And we shall we like to arrive to 96, two more than Martin Lutero in the Protestant Revolution. So now I don't read all the 92 theses because you have to read this and you can read in Italian and in English. And all games and toys, you have to remember in the first thesis, are cultural artifacts. Their roots and their meanings can be found in every human culture, from our origins to the present day. You remember this is very important function in the world. And other things. All games and toys are an original interpretation of the spirit of time and place, of the culture that generated them. They are documentary records of history, of stories, of materials, of techniques and technologies, and of memories. Another interesting article, the 13, is designing and creating a game, toys, or a toy, means interpreting a socio-relational experience where each player confronts the other players and the desire to win combines with the need and desire to express a sense of freedom and of joy to the full, achieving the highest levels of interrelationship, connectivity and involvement. This is very, very, very important to remember. Another point, designing and creating a video game, because remember it's not only toys. We are sure that in our age, design is more system, service, communication and product design. And video games are a very important category that is liquid, that are considered toys, a game, but not enough. So there are interactions. They're very, very big problem in this field. So video games, we have to know and we have to work about this product, about this service, because it's a service and product. It's virtual and real, is analogic and many times is digital, but many times that works with analogic games. Designing and creating a video game means constructing and proposing a virtual parallel place and life where real human features and behaviors cohabit with continuous experience of evolution and possibility. So it's really, seems very easy to create a video game, but it's not easy to create a very good video games. Designing and creating a game, a toy or a video games means proposing artifacts that stimulate a design process that develops through the phases of observing, investigating and analyzing, hypothesizing, reinvestigating, designing, proposing, road mapping and checking. This is really a sophisticated design process. But to design toys, games or video games, you have to do and to pass every step. Then we have other few points that I can suggest to you. That is a game and toys must generate friendship, a relationship of accord and of awareness of the potential of the game, toy or video games, as means a tool and a support decisive for expressing the need or desire to play. Without this, play is not used, and so we don't arrive to the goal. A game or a toy must be magical. It must have a storytelling. Today, in the West market, in the West market, we have the needs, not for all people, but for a part of the society, the needs, the first needs are resolved. We have many solutions to answer to the needs. And we have joke with desire, and we have to think to the desire and not only to the joke. So a joke, a play, a game, it must have a storytelling component, and one of the play that break out both a normal usage and of various different expectations, producing unexpected sensation and emotion. Without this special approach, without this special value, toys can be useful. No, perhaps it's not used, it's not bought also.
Useless.
Useless. Excuse me. A game toy must be a tool for education, to behavior based and of respect to oneself, for others, for the rules and time scale of the game, and for the time scales of everyday life. So the pedagogic part of playing is very, very important. The place where the game, our values and our thesis in the manifesto is not only the object, the toys, but is also the space, the service, the events, the retail. So it's important to know that to think and design for kids, we have a 360 grade open view, not only vertical focused, but really a 3D observation and 3D dimension to think, to design, and to verify the effect of our solution. The place where games and toys are distributed and sold must guarantee the possibility to achieve a significant narrative experience, calibrated to suit the age and role of the user buyer. This is really delicate things, because in Italy, but not only in Italy, in the world, the retail place for toys and for children are not enough designed and good thinking. So there is a very big problem for distribution in the world. You have to think that is stupid that the games or toys and video games are sold only or principal for the Noel, for Christmas or the birthday, and not for a normal life desire or problem of all the day of the year. And so this is a responsibility of the commercial sector, and also a responsibility how the big company and the market organize the retail shop for children. So it's not only games and retail spaces, but also designing temporary exhibition spaces and environments, trade fairs for games and toys, for B2B or B2C, principle for B2C, business to consumer, means generating immersive, exciting, engaging experience capable of producing identification with the narration and atmospheres of places and artifacts, and a pleasant, emotionally rewarding memory. So we see that the toys is not a product, is a system in which all the relation about toys and children and family and city and building and other activities are related, and a toy designer have to be responsible in coordinate all these aspects directly with his competence and creativity, or with a very good design management of different competence. This is one of the most important value of our courses. You saw that there are many competence, not all the competence, but many competence, and we teach to you how to manage the competence. The last thesis, but not the least, being a toy designer means expressing the skills necessary for executing the design of multiple experiences, analyzing and interpreting the universe of the player, existential and material desires, conducting anthropological research, interpreting trends technological knowledge and market dynamics, constructing multiple and narrative universes, designing and executing images and imagery that come to terms with the client's aims, with contemporary society and with beauty to produce happiness. So the responsibility of a toy designer are very large and very complicated also. But if we use this point, this suggestion and this directory also to work, you can create not only knowledge but experience, and then collaborate in this network, international network we are creating around the kids and toy design, and collaborate also with suggestions to complete the first international manifesto of kids and toy design, that are the first step and the first tools, international tools, to create really a big, large movement like Kid Nascimento, in which the kids is not only a secondary function, but is the center of our interest and of our and the protagonist and the player of our project, not only a user or a consumer, but the children. And it is really the long-term goals have to be player of the design process for children, product, service, and system. Thank you. I consent to read the thesis and to collaborate with us in this process. Thank you.